Uganda announced its discovery of commercial oil more than 2 decades ago. Since then, billions of dollars have been invested to create a pool of Ugandans with capacity to run operations in the oil and gas industry. As of June 2024, the industry employs more than 14,000 people, with 90% of employees Ugandans.
The sector directly employed 14,451 people, out of whom 13,048 are Ugandans. This is 90%.
Uganda's capacity development is supported by local institutions who have taken up the oil and gas training. Currently, there are 22 certified institutions, including the Uganda Petroleum Institute Kigumba, the country's first oil and gas specialized training facility.
Currently, we have an organization, and that's the Oil and Gas Trainers Association. It's an association that brings together all institutions that are skilling in the oil and gas sector. And the membership is about 22 people. These 22 people are classified into universities, vocational institutions, and also training centers.
Those manning the training are cautious to keep up with the evolving industry demands.
So we involve the industry in our decision-making processes, in our curriculum development processes, and so that's how we are able to know the needs.
And that skill set is the one that we advise the international oil companies, the contractors to support, and government support skilling of Ugandans.
Oil and gas being a global industry, it's crucial that the training and certification meet international standards.
There are certain international standards that have been set, and these are standards that have been set based on examples that have been set before. There has been a learning for over the years to try and mitigate whatever safety-related incidences that may occur.
As Uganda draws near commercial production, there also comes a rife mixed feelings. Whereas some feel ready to take on the challenge, others want to approach with caution.
So the main purpose of this is to empower the youth so that they can operate the oil and gas sector in Uganda. As it's growing, it's advancing, it has just started. We don't have a lot of skill set in Uganda who have experience in the oil and gas sector, especially for exploration. So the purpose of this Teleng Academy is to equip the students with a skill set, to equip them with the right knowledge.
And our role as Ugandans and youth is to take away from this as much as we can, get the skills and use those skills to develop our site, possibly even build our own refinery instead of having to export.
Training aside, where do the graduates of oil and gas go? The industry being in its nascent stages, can it absorb them all?
On average, taking into consideration the universities and the vocational schools, it's on average like about 350 to 400. These people are absorbed in the industry in a way. Some are working with the contractors, others are working with the licensees, and some of them get opportunities to go and work abroad. We have a high demand of welders, to be specific, the pipeline welders.
Currently, an estimated 300 students graduate in oil and gas-related courses annually. Whereas a few are lucky to be retained by the sector, others have had to migrate to other countries in search for greener pastures, while others have to try their luck in other sectors like manufacturing. Betty Ndagire, NTV Business.